Welcome to the tutorial on market structure. Basically, there are four types of market structure. You can see perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly market, and monopoly market. Before discussing the types of market structure, we should know the definition of market structure. This is the definition of market structure. Market structure indicates the characteristics of the market based on which the firms or companies shows the behavior. Here the behavior means the decision about the production, innovation, pricing, advertising. So this kind of decision is known as behavior of the companies, and the characteristics based on which the companies shows the behavior is known as market structure. Simply market structure indicates the characteristics of the market. So the characteristics can be the number of firms, nature of the product. You can see there are two kinds of product: homogeneous product, which is known as similar types of product, and differentiated product. Another characteristics of market is ease of entry or exit, and the last one is availability of information. So these are the characteristics based on which the companies or firms shows their behavior on the decision of pricing, production, innovation, advertising, or anything else. You have to know the market structure because in future as a decision maker you have to decide on pricing, production, profitability, innovation, marketing, and advertising efforts. So this kind of decision depends on the market structure, characteristics of the market. Now I am going to discuss the first structure, which is perfect competition. Perfect competition indicates the large number of small firms selling the identical products where there is a perfect information for the buyers and there is no barriers to entry or exit for the firms. So this is the definition of perfect competition. That means in the perfect competition there will be many buyers and sellers. That means in the perfect competition there will be many buyers and sellers. There will be homogeneous product that are sold by the large number of firms. There will be perfect information for the buyers and sellers. There will be free entry and exit, and the individual firms will easily accept the price that is determined by the supply and demand. You should know the characteristics of perfect competition because these characteristics will determine the behavior of the firm about the production, pricing, innovation, advertising. That's why you have to know this kind of characteristics based on which you should take decision. Now you can see the second type of market structure, which is monopoly, where there will be only one or single seller with a unique product. And in that monopoly market there will be no close substitution, substitute product, and there is a significant barriers to entry or exit. That means in the monopoly market the characteristics are there will be single seller, there will be a unique product, there will be no substitute product for the customers, there will be high barriers to entry, and the company which is enjoying the monopoly will have a significant control about the pricing of the product. So in a monopoly market there will be some behavior. As you can see, the monopolist, the company which is enjoying the monopoly, will determine the price. As a result, due to the high price there will be maximum profit for the company. As a result, there will be a price discrimination, and ultimately that kind of behavior will result no innovation in the product because the company is enjoying the monopoly. Ultimately there will be inefficiency due to the lack of competition. Now we can see the third structure of market, which is oligopoly. In the oligopoly market, there are small number of large firms where they control all the market. That means in the oligopoly market, there are few large firms which control significant portion of the market. In such scenario, there is a interdependence between the large firms, and sometimes they produce similar product which is known as homogeneous, and sometimes they produce differentiated product which means not similar product. In a oligopoly market, there is a high barriers to entry because the large firm controls the market. In a oligopoly market, you have to consider the pricing of the rival, I mean your competitor, because as a competitor you have to consider the pricing of others. Since you have to consider the pricing, there will be a price war. That's why there will be a steady price. As a result, the competition will depend on other issues like advertising or product differentiation, branding, or customer service. I mean, since there is a huge competition in the pricing, that's why focus on other aspect to capture the market like advertising, product differentiation, branding, or customer service. Sometimes that kind of large firms can create secret cooperation, which is sometimes known as syndicate. This kind of syndication could result collusion. Sometimes this kind of cooperation between the large firms can be considered as illegal as per the country's philosophy. But if there is a time where the collusion breaks down, in that case there may be price competition among the large firms. That means as a decision maker, whenever you are in a oligopoly market, you have to consider these aspects at the time of decision. Now we can see the last type of market structure, which is monopolistic competition, where there will be large number of firms, but they are selling differentiated product, I mean not similar product, and there will be easy entry and exit. That means in the monopolistic market, there will be many firms, but the product will be differentiated. As a result, there will be some control over the price since they are selling different kinds of product. That's why they have control over the pricing to their unique product. And in monopolistic competition, there will be relatively easy entry and exit for the firms. So in the monopolistic market, if you want to survive, you must focus on product differentiation because all the firms are selling different kinds of product. As a result, you have to consider unique value in your product or service. Ultimately, if you want to survive in the monopolistic market, you have to focus on non-price competition. I mean, you have to focus on advertising, branding, quality improvements, as well as customer service. In the monopolistic competition market, there will be a normal profit in the long term for the companies. This kind of market can be considered as good market, but comparing to the perfect competition, this monopolistic market is less efficient. I mean, the most efficient market is perfect competition, but after the perfect competition, this monopolistic competition can be considered as good, but considering the win-win situation for the farms and buyers, the perfect competition market is the best market. Thank you.